into Elevated TV Radio. For undiluted, unadulterated, it's probably replicated, but still not yet duplicated. It's sports only on Elevated TV Radio. I seriously don't listen to it.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakulo, and you're listening to
Juan Cuadrado, my Colombian friend.
Stay tuned.
Elevated TV Radio. Redefining broadcasting. Listen. This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio.
Bayelsa United, after not only avoiding the drop last season, have resumed training.
And this guy reports they sound like
of course, without some notable names here.
All those old school NCAA
defender and Jonas Ebedebi and midfield maestro Alessio joined Lagos Rivers United, while Taiwo Abdurrafiu and Yunus Asherif have joined Lobby Stars and Remo Stars respectively. With star striker Robert Moses still expected to leave the club before the start of the new season. Of course, more departures shouldn't be ordered. As for incomings, reports emanating from the camp is that Bayelsa United have inquired about the services of Olatunbosin Desire on a one-year deal from Kwara United. More signings should be expected as new players can be seen here for trial. Bayelsa United will definitely be looking at improving their last season league finish because the fans and management of the team were not impressed with their performance.
Management not impressed. They put money in.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio. Elegbete TV Radio. We dare to lead.
Damn. Let's go. All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on the Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Idafi Matthias. You're going to love to come in the Elegbete One Sports. I'm not alone in the building today. It's Tuesday. I've got my angels behind the scenes. So they just it's the watch and learn day. You need to put a little bit of discipline to the work. So get it going. And we've got the Liverpoolian. Are you working alone now? Are you satisfied with your transfer?
No. There's still so many disruptions. Good morning to you. Good morning to the listeners. We hear the Saudi people. They don't reach my side. they don't reach my captain. They turn his head, and Fabinho as well. So many shake-up.
If you're Fabinho, would you go 700,000?
His best friend is there. Firmino's wife and his wife are close. They live together in Liverpool, and guess what? Al Ahly is close to Al Ittihad, the club. So close in Saudi Arabia. So friendship, Brazilians, they want to. So it's gone. It's not with the team in Germany.
Fabinho is going.
We're still waiting for Henderson. So we're still top position for him to make. So many shake-ups still coming.
So let me put this across now. Before the Saudi shake-up came in, it was more like, Liverpool has said they are getting, they are paying for the next season. Mm-hmm. They've got the strikers surplus. They've got the most amount of strikers in the Premier League. And then they beefed up the midfield with McAllister and Zoboslai, the guy who says Zobo in Abuja. and then you've got all these players. Now, Fabinho is gone. Definitely, most likely, I know the English media, English people
that's LGBT something for him not to grow.
They are bringing emotional sentiment, argument. Well, the British will always be the British anyway. But let's say hypothetically, it goes eventually. What really is going to be your ideal replacement? Thiago Alcantara is also most likely going to Barcelona.
Yeah, so it's another player who's been linked with an exit. So we just don't know what's happening. And he's not reliable.
Injury-wise,
good player on the table. He's not reliable. So we need someone who's had a good fitness history, who's
like Declan Rice.
Yeah, like we need a proper sitting DM.
Why are you guys not jumping into Moises Caicedo?
It's too expensive.
Why is everything too expensive for Liverpool?
That's the excuse they've been given, and Brighton are not ready to play low ball. They'll stick to that, and I think it will help that relationship with McAllister there, if they could go back in, I don't know if they can just build on that and all that. But I think he's going to Chelsea. Chelsea are really at the team who's really keen on Caicedo. But I think we need a specialist. Fabinho is going. It's been a successful signing. It was one of those signings that got to Liverpool unannounced. No,
I got the job. I got the job done.
No ITK announced it. We didn't see from anywhere. Immediately they lost that final 2018 to Real Madrid. The next morning, the Fabinho news started coming out, and in less than 48 hours, he was signed, did the job, and even though there was a bit of shaky performances last season, but he's paid his dues. So he's a specialist there. So we need that kind of no more tryout or a deep line six and all that. A proper defensive midfielder. I need one other midfielder to add legs in the midfield.
Okay, so
durable players.
So we're just sitting on the show like this now. Something I want to find out from you. I know you were born in the 90s, but your club Liverpool have a history of having some very, very unscrupulous goalkeeper. Karius, Jesse Dudek before he won the Champions League in the finals. Bruce Grobela, the one that was involved in match fixing. There's Donny, there's Brad Jones also, Brad Friedel. You guys have had erratic goalkeepers. Now, Manchester United in the last 11 years have had David De Gea. Once upon a time, David De Gea was the guy that everybody wished was their number one. Exactly. Okay, then came the rise of Thibaut Courtois, Chelsea, and then he went to Real Madrid. Just for the sake of analysis and opinion, because when you get your first pregnancy as a woman, you go to other women that have had multiple babies before and start asking questions like, oh, what's first trimester, second trimester, third trimester? Like, why am I feeling like this? What do I do when I start feeling, all of this feeling? For you as a Liverpool fan, you've dealt with terrible, horrible goalkeepers who can play with their feet, goalkeepers who play with their feet, goalkeepers who are over sabi. All of that, you've had that. You've had a beach ball, football match. You've had every situation with goalkeepers. Manchester United, Onana Day is almost done, right? Waiting for it to be announced, like the Declan Rice deal last now. And all of a sudden, everybody is saying he's the best ball player in the team. He's going to change the team. He's going to make them attack better. He's going to make them play better. You guys went from all of those goalkeepers to Alisson. Can you see the Onana that will make Manchester United way better than what David De Gea brought? Or probably the problem was not David De Gea, but rather the problem was the fact that the team itself is lacking in balance. What's really going to change with Onana coming to Manchester United?
I think Ten Hag is a player he knows very well. He's worked with him at Ajax, and there's no doubt one thing Onana brings is his ball playing abilities. He's good with his feet, and with football these days, everybody wants to beat from the back, wants to have a goalkeeper who can play with their feet and all that. But where it's not convincing yet is the shot stopping. We don't know if it's a good shot stopper. Talking about it because the keeper he's coming to replace is one of the best shot stoppers in the world. David De Gea. He said we were talking about when he came to Manchester United. At some point, people started saying he can save anything.
Yeah,
he can save your relationship.
He can save that. He can save flood, save tsunami, save you from Boko Haram.
So that's the caliber of goalkeeper he's coming to replace. You might be good with your feet for all anybody care, but if you're not up there with your short stopping ability, I think the scrutiny is still going to come. And this is Manchester.
So I'm going to do some measurement now. Man City have a ball playing goalkeeper, but not an over the top shot stopper. He does do his job.
Yeah.
But every time Man City's defense have gone to sleep, Anderson is not there to save you. Alisson was a fantastic buy, still is, but in this last season where the defense was nowhere, it is save Liverpool because of his ball playing ability. It's not as if his ball playing ability is gone. Yeah. So as a coach or as a manager, a gaffer, what would you rather have? A great shot stopper or a ball playing goalkeeper?
If you ask me, I think I'll go for a great shot stopper because your defender is close to your goalkeeper. The defender can always do the playing because give the ball to your defender. Play a short pass to the defender, hoof the ball if you're in danger. I don't know. This is just me talking. I think I prefer a great shot stopper because that's the primary job of a goalkeeper, to save the ball from getting in the back of the net. So I think all these are just secondary, the ball playing and all that. So if you're not a good shot stopper, I think that's what I would go for.
So from
what would
goalkeeper,
you go for?
I think I'll do a short stopper because for me, you're a goalkeeper. Your job is to keep the goal. I don't care. You're not my midfielder. If I want ball players, I would ask my midfielders to keep the ball. I don't think that those teams that had Zinedine Zidane, Bovomina Boban, and Prosinecki and the rest of them were looking for a great ball playing goalkeeper. No, I don't need a ball playing goalkeeper. I need a guy who one-on-one is saving me, crosses, he can anticipate the ball very well.
Exactly.
He knows the move, he can command my defense very well. And then
That's
they
another thing.
do the playing. I don't need a guy who's there and you tell me that he's a ball player. Did I sign a midfielder? It's not my distributor. What's that? Am I a dealer? What is he distributing? But having said that, let's move from the guy whose job it is to save the ball from going into the net to the guys whose job are bury the ball in the old onion bag and we get 3 points if we can defend it. Victor Osimhen, the trail have gone cold, completely cold. Once upon a time we're saying Napoli's 150 million is walking the streets of Lagos just like that, going to all primary school children, going everywhere, playing kickabout with some, people who don't even have football career. That trail has gone cold. Harry Kane, 1 minute it was going. Now it's looking like it's not going. How do you measure these two strikers? Because for me, they are the two hottest strikers who are in the market. Spurs may not be winning things, but you cannot doubt the ability and the quality that Harry Kane brings to the attack. Manchester United obviously don't have the money until a new owner comes in. If they end this transfer window with Glazer still as the owners. I was speaking with Matitala the other day. Matitala said in his word, I think I need to go find it now. Let me read it verbatim. There's a way he mentioned it, and it just made some sense to me what he said. So I was asking him, I want to get your expert opinion on Manchester United takeover, what is delaying it, and okay, so this is what he said. He said, "Sorry, I have been out of contact. The complexity of such mega deals makes it a very slow process," which I quite agree, and I've said that before. Also, I think some of the Glazers still want a piece of the action, but you are right, it's been drawn out. So now this is my problem. If their desire to want a piece of the action becomes the real avenger for this deal to go through, Manchester United practically would become like another Chelsea of last season, or probably another Liverpool of last season, and chances of making the top four will not be there. The market proposition will still be big, but now that they can't sign a striker, two strikers that are the hottest were on the line for them. They talked about signing Osimhen. Osimhen's deal can't go through because Aurelio De Laurentiis is not going to budge.
Yeah.
It's 150 million euros or nothing. That's about 135 million pounds. Harry Kane is also in that range, 100, 120 million. Daniel Levy is worse or probably equal with ADL. So where do we go from here? As the Portuguese will say, Quo Vadis, where do we go from here in the Osimhen movement and the Harry Kane movement?
I mean, this transfer window, strikers have been, the most talked about. So many number 9 doing so well, looking to move. It might spark one ripple effects or the other. There's Lukaku who still decided. I mean, Chelsea don't.
I was going to go there.
They don't want to have anything to do with him again. Even Interpol out. They found out that he was discussing with Juventus and all that. Juventus is waiting to sell Vlahovic, another striker, and well, PSG is also. So many talks around number 9s for Osimhen. I think is the price tag. It has put clubs away, and for me, I think it's
so majorly Osimhen is going to be with Napoli next season.
Yes, this is not me saying affirmatively, but at the top of my head, if you ask me, I think he's going to sign that contract extension with a huge salary and maybe a favorable release clause for clubs to come in next season if they want to come and sign him. And,
okay.
I mean, one more season won't be bad. They have a new manager now, Rudy Garcia. He's played with him at Lille, so I think one more season won't be bad for Victor Osimhen. For Harry Kane. Tough decision for Spurs. 1 year left in his deal. Do you want to lose him on the free next summer? If you fight to keep him, we don't know what the new manager has got in his sleeve. And Postecoglou, I don't know what you think about him.
Nobody's crossed the channel from Spain, from Scotland to England and do well immediately. Even this Alex Ferguson that we hail took him 6 years to find his bearing.
Yeah.
Are they really ready to wait for 6 years?
To come back to the
good. Steven Gerrard came in as a winner, an unbeaten run with Rangers, came to England and found out that all of his coaching and teaching people, we went for front of toilet.
Even Brendan Rodgers too.
Brendan Rodgers came
first
and
spell at Liverpool.
like Becca get.
So, but for Harry Kane, I think Bayern Munich as a team most interested in getting him. They've put out, I think, 2 bids, but I think it's not up there with what Spurs are looking for. So,
but do you think Bayern Munich also they've destroyed their chance by coming out too much aggressively in public?
I don't think so.
Because they've been saying things like, "Oh, they're sure he's going to be their player. He's going to play for them." Blah 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 blah. You've not agreed with the club. I think for me that's overzealous.
And Levy might not like that as well.
That's what he hates.
Ball as well. So, but I think the ball
because they've shown desperation.
Yeah, it's in Harry Kane's squad. I think if he wants to go, this has happened before where he down tools. I remember when Man City were.
He cannot down tools this time.
But this time, and they wouldn't want him to down tools.
He cannot.
He doesn't want to spoil that.
He's got 1 year remaining.
So they just need to, if he wants to go, they just need to allow him go. I mean, £100 million, I think it's enough for a player like Kane. One year left on his contract is, I think.
And it's 29, 30. He'll be 30 in November.
I think that's the highest you can get from him, or you risk losing him for free next summer. So for me, at the end of the day, I think if Bayern are really serious, I think, and he pushes for the move, I think they're going to get their man at the end of the day.
If I am Bayern, I'm not going to put 100 million on Harry Kane. There's no way I'm going to do that. I'm going to tell him, guy, run your contract, and in January I'll sign a pre-contract agreement with you because I'm a foreign club, and by May next season you play for us. We're Bayern, we can afford to, having won 11 straight titles, we can afford one more season, one season of not winning the title, and then we'll start this rebuild with you for, from 35, you'll be part of the rebuild for the first 3 years, and then after that maybe you're not useful to us. That's my thought anyway. But hey, I don't know even if he would settle in Germany or not. Well, this is where I go straight to some of the transfer news that are hitting the airwave, and then I'll come back to Emmanuel. But let me share some of those transfer speculations and rumors that are out there. And Harry Kane is on top of the train. Well, we're talking about Bayern, Manchester United not being able to get the man. Tottenham striker Harry Kane does not want to join Paris St-Germain this summer, and the 29-year-old, who is believed to be open to a move to Bayern Munich, will reject any approach from the French champion. So Paris Saint-Germain, you guys are another shitty club like Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham could make a move for 27-year-old Brentford striker Ivan Toney, who is serving a ban from football until January. If his fellow England international Kane leaves the club, this summer. PSG president Nasser Al-Khelaifi will come face-to-face with French striker Kylian Mbappe for the first time since the 24-year-old sent a letter to the club saying he would not be extending his deal with them beyond next season.
I wanted to see how that would end.
And see, Mbappe have all the powers right now. There's anything Nasser Al-Khelaifi can do. Mbappe have all the power. He's a French boy. He's in French soil. And what was strange for me, and this is how I looked at it, everybody would not agree. Just when Mbappe is beginning to have trouble, he just decided to align with Africa. We're just, it's crazy. When he was winning the World Cup, when he was, nominated for Ballon d'Or, they threw Africa under the bus. Oh, we tried to come play. They said they want to take money from us. Now, when he's having trouble, and it does look like even the French government will put him under pressure. Oh, let me go to Africa. I'm proud to be here. I have a good time. I meet up with my friends. My father.
But it was good though.
It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Nah. I see past that surface nonsense PRO stuff that he did. That's not good. Nah. It's not good. Mbappe, you are shit too. You are shit. You shit like Paris Saint-Germain and Tottenham Hotspur. You came to use Cameroon as image laundering. You are shit. You are shit like the CIA and the rest of the Western community that always come to Africa, use Africa, and we are going to give aids to Africa. We're going to support Africa. And they come here to cause problem and thief from us. Well, let's get back to the news. Chelsea with this week. Why is this guy trying to laugh at me? Why are you laughing at my struggle to speak the way some African countries speak? Chelsea with this week make an improved bid for more than 70 million to Brighton. Like just in Unami fool. So people say 700 million. You guys showed the whole world that you have money. Force Arsenal to start spending beyond their reach. Now you want to be pricing like Arsenal. Thunder go buy Una must bring that for me that money. Hey, Ijaka, Todd Bolly put 200 million. Brighton should be able to idiot to go like them. More than 70 million for Brighton midfielder Moises Caicedo, with the 21-year-old Ecuadorian international having already agreed personal terms with the Blues. God, can Edu just sell all these players that they want to sell? Folari Balogun, 50 million. What's it called? Thomas Partey, 50 or 40. Tavares, 15. All those things, just gather the money, go and buy Moises Caicedo. That's it. That for me, it will be like Arsenal have won the trophy.
And I get rice already.
And then we need the beans. This is the beans. And then we need stew. It's not complete. It's just white rice. It's not as if it's jollof rice. Just do it. Even if it comes and it flop, I'm okay. Let him just not go to Chelsea. He go sweet me for body. Chelsea fans will kill me here, but at the see on face, I like more than front face like Monkey will look like. Enzo won aside. What do I use? I do career killing club. Mikhailo Milik Modric won at. Hey, MC Shakara is here. Oh my God, only have my boy. See, MC Shakara, see, bad brother that I have. You don't be putting some bad food on his status to put me in bad mood. Well, God will judge him. So for me, I just think Arsenal should just gather all those money. I know they've spent 200 million, and financial fair play would not make them spend another 100 million. But if they sell Balogun, and then sell Thomas Partey, that's another recuperation of 100 million. Just gonna buy Moises Caicedo. Just buy him and look at Chelsea and do that. I do. If not me, the day Chelsea the couple Arsenal, I go put one big banner outside. Hey God. The day they ask me to manage a club in this Nigeria, people go tire.